see a New Year's Eve party in your immediate future, then let our next guest help you with the finishing touches. Joining me now is Cheryl Najafi. She is the owner of Cheryl's Style, and she's got style, she's got lots of ideas, and she is going to help us piece together maybe that last-minute New Year's Eve party, or just add some things to the party that we've been planning probably for a long time.
Right. You know, it's never too late to get people together, and one of the ways to really get their attention is to give them something with a three-dimensional element. So one of the quickest ways is to get those party hats out and to add just your little invitation on the inside, which is really a fun and playful way.
Obviously, we're not putting this in the mail.
No, I think you could put it on the doorstep. I mean, you could put it in a box, but if it's last minute, just set it on their doorstep or in their mailbox.
Can you guys see
and let them, you know, get excited about the party before it even starts.
All right, so there is actually the details right there. Obviously, it's a couple days away on New Year's Eve, so hey, have a last-minute party. This would be great to just run around to people's houses and set it on the porch.
Yeah, that's right. And if you are planning for next year's event, you can do that three-dimensional element on maybe an hourglass or a little champagne bottle.
That's a cute idea.
And, you know, send it in a box and give them a gift to open for the holidays.
Okay, so we've got the invitations down. Now we're having the party.
Right.
We want it to be memorable.
And, you know, I think that the best thing to do is kind of think about your glassware, because New Year's Eve is obviously about drinking. And so there are three must-haves.
Okay.
I look at it kind of like fashion. You know, it used to be inappropriate to wear patent leather all year round.
Right.
But now we have patent leather boots for winter, we have patent purses. It's the same thing with glassware. Glassware now can be multi-purpose, and so if you're going to have three glasses that you get out, here are my choices.
Okay.
Of course, we need a stemmed glass for wine. Now, you know, I guess some of us has been to Europe, and, you know, they serve wine in that little tiny little ball, but
not on New Year's, you don't.
Not on New Year's, but I really think if you're going to buy one stemmed glass, that it should be big enough to hold your reds.
Okay.
So
and your whites can go in there too.
And the whites can go in there too. So go ahead and pick a full bowl for your reds. And then, of course, you need a champagne flute. But don't think that you only have to serve champagne in these flutes. I use the champagne flutes for soups and also parfaits.
Okay.
So think about, you know, if you're investing in a champagne flute for the holidays, to think about repurposing it over the years.
Think outside the box of everything else. Okay.
That's right. And then the last glass I think you should, you know, think about is a double old-fashioned, and it can serve as your Tom Collins, as your rocks glass. It's big enough to put mixers in, and you can serve it with all different kinds of drinks. So those are the three must-haves for this holiday season. Those are little ice cubes.
I love those. Okay, let's get down to the sort of the tablescapes, and of course a boa. That is your signature. You can never go wrong with boas.
Well, you can't help but smile when you see a feather boa, and they come in all colors and all weights and sizes, and so it just adds that little splash of color, or not if you're doing something a little monochromatic.
Right. Well, I love this theme. Okay, so let's move over to here.
Okay, well, this is our tablescape idea for It's About Time, which is our kind of title for this year's New Year's.
Okay.
And what we've done is we've shown you three different ways of putting that table together. The one over here is where you go all out. You get a little boy's tuxedo shirt, the bow. We have a napkin here with some fabric that we just got at a craft store to kind of make it feel like a suit jacket, and then use these Crate and Barrel plates that have numbers on them.
Okay, and you can even make your own numbers if you're
you can make
that
them with
creative.
Right, well, you could use stickers and then just pull them right before you serve the meal, so they just sit on plates.
What a great idea.
And then this one is just using a black and white placemat. You could use just white placemat, and then this is a grosgrain ribbon that we just tied like a bow tie, and then just a simple black napkin, and so it gives you that black and white elegance.
And this one would be less expensive.
Less expensive and just easier to pull off than trying to get, you know, tuxedo shirts.
Right. Definitely festive.
And then on my website, CherylStyle.com, we have this print and play. And so basically you go into the It's About Time party and you print off this sheet that looks like a bow tie. And then again, just adorning it with a simple white plate or a black trim plate.
I love this.
You print off the cuff. So this serves as like the cuff link, and you just tape it together and it adorns your party. So you can go easy or go all out.
Okay. Now, I don't want to throw you on the spot. Any last minute sort of advice when you're planning a party? Do you put sticky notes all over the place to get you organized? How do you do it?
I like to just make sure that my guests are centric. So who am I inviting? What is their story? What do I want them to take away? And then I think about that, because when you take the focus off of trying to be the perfect host,
oh, there you go,
and channel all of that energy into making sure your guests have a good time,
right,
then you're a success. The chicken can burn, the drinks can fall over, but as long as everyone's laughing and enjoying themselves, then your party has been successful.
I love that. And I guess if you invite easygoing people that aren't going to stress out if your chicken burns, those are the best kind of guests.
They are, but you know, even those stuffy ones. When I had Martha Stewart over for dinner, I didn't stress, you know, and she's probably the most sophisticated critic I've ever had at my table.
Okay, that's another segment. I want to hear what Martha Stewart thought.
Okay.
We love having you on, Cheryl. Thank you so much. Happy New Year's. If I had champagne, I'd toast you, so cheers to you. All right, and we are going to have all of Cheryl's information for Cheryl Style on our website at SonoranLiving.com.